What up guys, Backyard Ninja Cody here with an unscripted tutorial for the corkscrew. First off, before I begin, yes, I'm wearing pants, and yes, they have a hole in the crotch. These were stretchy pants. I got them from my bestest friend in the whole world, Gary Corson. He's the one that gave me these pants, and this is their final hurrah, so I figure I may as well make a tutorial with them. Alright, so corkscrew. I'm going to give you 3 different setups. We'll do scoot, we'll do just pretty much standing, and then we'll do what I like to call a pivot. Call it whatever the hell you want. Call it dragon super twist if you can. I don't give a fuck. You know, it's just you hop, you face in one direction, you step forward, you hop, you face the opposite direction, pretty much like a pivot. But everybody gets too technical about their terms, so I don't give a fuck. I'll just call it a pivot. Alright, so we'll move on to the corkscrew. Prerequisites, I would say, are a gainer and a butterfly twist. If you don't know what a gainer is, I'll do a gainer, and then I will also do a butterfly twist. So here's a gainer. And here's a butterfly twist. It's a really sloppy butterfly twist, but you know, first trick of the day. Now, it's really important to make sure that you stretch before you attempt these tricks to avoid injury. You also want to try to stretch for flexibility. You don't want to stretch for flexibility before you start your tricking session, because it can take some power out of your tricks. You want to stretch for flexibility on your downtime. You want to stretch to prevent injury before your session. You know, just like loosen up, just a normal stretch you do before activity. So, right now, so the thing about corkscrew is everybody thinks about it differently, and everybody goes about it differently. Everybody's body doesn't work the same, and nobody's minds work the same either. So the way you think about it is real important. So if you're doing this trick and you're having trouble with it, make sure you get video of yourself doing the corkscrew, and you can watch yourself, see what you're doing wrong, see what you need to do. Once you get good at it, you don't need to necessarily put emphasis on everything, like making sure your set's perfect and everything. But it's good to drill and get picky about certain movements, because it makes it real clean and it makes it easy for you. So this trick was really hard for me to learn because I built the wrong muscle memory, and I just couldn't. There were some certain factors that I couldn't get, like the twist and then the roll over. The rolling over is very important for the corkscrew. So between the rolling over and the lifting with the hips. So when you swing your kick up, lift with your hips and swing your leg up as high as you can, and make sure you time everything. You know, your pump, your arms, your swing, your hips, and your jump. Everything's got to come up, and you got to roll at your peak. You can practice your roll, which is why butterfly twist is a prerequisite. You know, just practice your butterfly twists. Set up, roll, go up, set up for height, roll. So if you don't know how to twist, take it to a gym or a beach, because landing on the ground, it's not that great for you. And I hit the ground, so he's coming right here. So make sure you don't injure yourself. You know, be smart about it. Take it baby steps. So if you're just starting out, practice some kicks, you know, tornado, 540, and then feel the turn when you turn your hips over for your kick. Feel the turn in the pull, because that you're gonna kind of feel that when you go in for a twist. You're just gonna pull and you're gonna keep it going. So like I'll show you what I mean. Here's a normal roundhouse kick. All right. You follow through and you bring it down. So you're here and you bring it down. I'm not going for height. And just for example, you don't come in roundhouse kick and go like that. Okay. You have to follow through if you're gonna have power in your kick. So it's the same thing when you twist. So when you set up for your cork, you don't come in, wrap, and stop. You either come in, wrap, and keep pulling. I saw a video, Scott pointed out, three sections: legs, I guess torso, hips, and then upper body. Everything's got to move. Everything. Don't let any part of your body drag behind, or you will drag behind. That means if you're twisting left, don't look right. You know, Aaron. All right. So let's get to it. I'll do scoot cork. If you don't know scoot, it's pretty much you set back right here. All right. So if I'm twisting left, I'm gonna put my left leg back, put my hand in front of me, down in front. You're gonna try and get your hand turned over as much as possible because you want to think in degrees, in lines. Okay. When you do your scoot, you're not gonna scoot and then swing from this way. You're gonna scoot and swing at 180 degrees behind you. That's the best transfer of momentum. So, example of a scoot, and then example of a scoot cork. Scoot. Scoot cork. So, my leg was a little bent in there, but that's all right. Still got the trick out. Ideally, you want to be straight, leg straight, everything's clean. But I'm not at that perfect point yet, so I'd really like to be in order to make a tutorial for it, but I said I'd make it. Here it is. Once I get better and I think of it better, then I'll make another tutorial for you. So that was your scoot and your scoot cork. Here is your pivot. Pivot. I take a step, I hop, face the other direction, swing, lift, and roll. Not just swing right there. Make sure you're lifting with your hips, or at least that's what I do. Lift with my hips, and that gets me the most height. So here's your pivot. Okay. So I put everything here. Simple as that. Pivot so easy. Pivot cork. Kind of rush the cork. You want to lift everything. Make sure you get your arms up. I know I don't. I just kind of bring them in. But if you get your arms up, it'll raise your height. It'll raise your entire trick because it brings your center of gravity higher. And when you roll over, you roll pretty much around your center of gravity. So, can't trick with you here, Roscoe. Move. Move. Again, this isn't a beginner trick, so if you're just starting out, I would not start with the cork. Work your way from a butterfly kick to a butterfly twist. Get your gainer, get your moon kick, and turn your moon kick. Right? Turn your moon kick, all you have to do is just roll over an extra 180 degrees and it's like a cork. You just don't hook at the end, otherwise, box cutter. So if you cork, hook, it's box cutter. I don't really need to go over that because I don't really have great box cutters yet. At least not from a J-step or a pivot or scoot. They're not that great. Plus, I don't need to do this tutorial; it's just record. So, get back on track off the tangent. So, the standing one. This is kind of just, it's not real effective other than just, hey, standing here, cork. So, when I do standing, I pre-turn my leg a bunch, and then when I bring my weight up, I turn it a little bit more. So here we go. And you can really see it's all about that swing. So when it really shows you what you got to do here with your hips. Here, bring it up, swing, roll over, land. Make sure that you can kick your leg at least hip height. So if you can get it here, or that's kind of like my chest. If you can get it here, that's okay. The higher you get your kick up, and the more powerful you can get it, the higher you can get your trick, the easier it'll become. So get your flexibility down, get your strength down, so you don't injure yourself. You can get higher. It's always good to be stronger. And I don't know what to say other than have fun with it. If you're not having fun, you're not tricking. So hook kicks. Make sure everybody has their hook kick. Okay?